This bee's moss quietly added something that may have completely broken red hives. And almost no one is talking about it. I'm talking about blooms. At first glance, blooms don't look like a huge buff. But for red, they're absolutely game-changing. Each petal provides 2 buffs: pollen buffs, critical chance, or super crit chance, plus unique instant conversion. On top of that, each petal can stack up to 100x. You might think, clouds already give pollen and instant conversion, and they aren't broken. But that comparison misses a key difference. Blooms stack in ways clouds never could. Every field spawns multiple petals, meaning buffs stack rapidly. Even more importantly, the number of petals scales with the number of accounts in the server, dramatically increasing the chance of maintaining a permanent 100x stack during boosts. That alone is extremely strong, but here's where red truly takes full advantage while white simply can't. Red's playstyle naturally favors bloom collection. Red players aren't locked into a single spot launching gummy baller or stretching triangles, they're constantly moving, which makes grabbing petals effortless. On top of that, Pepper Patch is much smaller than Spider Field, and red players have far fewer marks cluttering the field. As a result, petals are significantly easier to see and collect. White, on the other hand, is at a major disadvantage. Spider Field is massive, and filled with marks due to Vector B and Precise B, and white hives are forced to stay in the same area to properly launch baller or stretch triangles. This makes maintaining bloom stacks inconsistent at best, and often nearly impossible. That's exactly why red boosters like Name can maintain permanent 100x red petal stacks, while even top white boosters frequently don't have petal buffs active during their boosts. And when red does maintain that 100x stack, that's when everything breaks. Red has gone from averaging 5 quadrillion honey per boost last Beesmoss, to 20 plus quadrillion now in Honey Day. White, meanwhile, is still capped around 10 to 15 quadrillion, even at peak efficiency. At that point, it's no longer a skill gap or a hive difference, it's a systemic advantage. Blooms heavily favor red's movement, field design, and boosting style, while white simply can't capitalize on them the same way. That's why blooms didn't just buff red, they pushed it straight past white. It makes sense for the meta to change slightly each Beesmoss, however this change was something no one saw coming, or was ready for. What once was seen as a small useless feature has now made red hives dominant once again. That's why blooms didn't just buff red, they catapulted it straight past white. It makes sense for the meta to shift every Beesmoss slightly, but this wasn't a shift, it was a blindside. No one planned for it, no one balanced around it, and almost no one noticed until it was too late. What was once written off as a tiny, forgettable mechanic has quietly become the single most impactful update we have seen in Bee Swarm's history. Blooms didn't just help red hives compete again, they rewrote the hierarchy. And now, red doesn't just lead the meta, it dominates it.